Now, this is someone who is a Christian. If you remember, I gave two types of Christians. She's a mixture. At this point, she was in the middle of being both of those types of Christians. Like the one that she grew up in a Christian household, and the other one where she was trying to get closer to God, but she couldn't get closer to God because she was stuck in this position where she was due to the relationship that she was in. So basically, this relationship was guiding her off course and bringing her down. So she wasn't where she was meant to be or where she'd like to be because she felt like this relationship was good for her. But meanwhile, it wasn't. It was physically draining her, mentally draining her, and just like dealing with her in all sorts, in all different ways, basically. So, as she felt this way, she still stayed there. She was still there. And so after a while, by time, I think after she left Dubai and she came back to Nigeria, they were still talking and stuff, but things were different. So obviously, because he started cheating now, he was acting different and stuff. But she still continued to, tolerate it, be with him, like continue to talk to him, visit him and stuff, feeling that, things would get better. But it was clear that things were not getting better. Clearly, after he told her that she deserved better, and she still stayed. But after a while, she had to, sit herself down and think and actually pray and be like, you know what, this relationship I'm in is not good for me, like good for my health. It's not good for me physically. Like it wasn't doing her any good. So she managed to basically gain the courage to leave, and which she left, and she's doing much better now. And I remember something she said. She said there was a time they were talking on the phone, and he said something like, oh, that she's lucky that she's not here, that if she was here, he would have beaten her. I was like, wow, so like, did he ever beat you? She was like, no, he never touched her, but she was just thinking that if she had actually stayed in that relationship, that guy would have actually killed her. And like, he would have dealt with her in all sorts of manner. And she was now like that. She's happy she left because she doesn't feel like she would have been alive today if she had stayed in that relationship. So what I'm trying to bring up with this whole topic is, if you're going down a certain route and you're doing things a certain way and you want a certain thing, you shouldn't have to settle for something else. You shouldn't have to settle for something less. If you're a Christian going down the path of, okay, you want someone that is a Christian who walks in the line of God, who will push you spiritually the way you want to be pushed, then find that person. You don't even necessarily need to find that person, but when other people come that are not like that, then it's best for you to keep away, because if you not end up staying in that relationship, it won't work, because it will bring you down and it'll mess with you in so many levels that you just think like, why did I waste my time? And some people are in relationships where they're not on the same level with that person. I was talking to some girl, reached out to me, and she was talking about how she's a virgin and she's in a relationship with someone that's not a virgin, and he's been pressuring her to have sex and she doesn't want to have sex. And I was like, but you should have known this before you entered the relationship. You're a virgin, he's not. He likes to have sex, you have never had sex, and you want to stay a virgin. So why did you get in the relationship in the first place if you knew that things were not going to go your way? Now, don't get me wrong, there's some people that can go into relationships with people that are different from them and are able to change those people. But if you're not that strong, and if that's not what you're looking for, then why go there? Why put yourself in that situation where you're questioning and doubting yourself, and it feels like you're settling for what you don't want? Like, to be honest, I don't really understand it, because it's just, you're making yourself you're bringing yourself down basically. And that's just the way I see it. What I've noticed is that a lot of women, young girls nowadays feel like they can't do without a boyfriend. They need a boyfriend. Like, they feel that boyfriend is who makes them. And to be honest, it's not really. Like, sometimes you realize that when you're by yourself, you get stuff done and you're actually happy. Like, nobody can make you. Like, your parents, obviously your parents created you now. Your parents, But like, no one can make you, I've said this before, no one can make you as happy as you make yourself. So you need to put yourself first. Put yourself as a priority before putting yourself in a situation where there are two of you trying to become one. So, yeah. And it's funny because I've seen a lot of girls go into relationships and be different. Like, and the thing is, you won't even see you're different until you're out of the relationship, because you just feel like, oh, everything is okay, you're normal. But until you leave that toxic relationship, then you now look into like how you were before, and you be like, oh wow, like damn, that relationship actually did a number on me, and it's really not worth it. Like, it's not. People, I think women try and, especially with this day and age we're in, social media, Bella, Niger, and co, people feel like they need to fit in. They need to get married. But like, why are you rushing? Like, there's so many people out there, and the right person for you is coming. If you want a certain thing, why settle for something less because you want to be married before you're 30? You want to be on Bella Niger. Like, why do it to yourself? Because at the end of the day, you'll be the one that's suffering. You'll be the one that will be regretting and be wondering and thinking, oh, why did I do this to myself? So you don't need to settle. Like, so yeah, ladies, women, even guys as well. If you know what you want in a relationship, then go after that. You don't, like, when I say want, I'm not talking about things like, oh, he needs to have a nice house and he needs to be educated. Well, educated. He needs to have money, not those kind of things. I mean things like standards. Like I keep going back to this Christian talk because this is the most common thing now that I've been seeing nowadays. Like, you can't be a Christian and be with someone that's an unbeliever. Like, it doesn't work, because it's their thinking is so different from your thinking that it's just, you'll clash on a lot of things. It's possible for you to change that person. When I say change that person, I mean bringing them to your own understanding, giving them the chance and explaining to them how you see things to enable them understand things from your point of view. So not necessarily changing them as a person. If you're willing to put in the work and do that, fine. But if you just feel like, oh, you just want to be with that person just for being with that person's sake, then it's not worth it. So I don't think that should be done. But yeah, the whole point of this mini talk was just to not be unequally yoked. And I say this because, like, I'm Christian, and I've just come up, I'm trying to be a better Christian. I've just come on this whole walk with Christ, and it's hard. But one thing I tell people, like, look at Megan Good. Like, I bought her book with her husband. Like, that baby's hot. But like, if you read the book and see what she went through, like, it's hard. But at the end of the day, you'll get there, because we live in a world where, because of social media, everyone wants to fit in now. That kind of thing where you want a lot of followers, you want a lot of likes. So the easiest way to do that is to put pictures of you, half naked, or you doing things that you probably normally wouldn't do. And in all honesty, doing those things will actually get you more followers and stuff, and more likes. But we need to be able to stand out. Like, we need to be able to be happy in ourselves. We need to be able to do things that make us happy. We shouldn't have to try and fit in. Like, why? Like, why try and fit in? So, like, it's not It's not that deep. Just like keep doing you. I keep saying this because I've seen a lot of people that have lost themselves. Like I had a friend, ex-friend now, who she wanted to fit in so badly that like it was just ridiculous. Like, you know, when someone just, they don't have a mind of their own, they just follow the crowd. They want to please every single person. So you end up then backstabbing this person, saying something about this person, just doing things that are not right just because you want to fit in. And those people that you fit in with, that you want to fit in with, actually at the end of the day won't actually really like you. So it's just, yeah, find yourself. So yeah, I think I drifted. I touched a lot of different things. But yeah, just speaking as directed, to be honest, because I feel it upsets me when I hear a lot of people going through breakups in their relationship, but they knew that that guy was not the person for them. I'm like, so why even go there in the first place and then be upset? Like, I was a story on Facebook where a guy and a girl, they've been dating for 8 years, and after the 8 years, the guy broke up with the girl. 2 weeks later, the girl got engaged. Now, a lot of people were complaining, how could she do that? But while they were in the relationship, the girl kept on talking about wanting to get married. But the guy kept on saying, yeah, we'll get married, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. So she was there waiting, hoping that, you know what, he will eventually marry me since we've spoken about it and that's what he wants. After 8 years, he got tired and he left her and he moved on to someone else. So will you now blame her if after the 8 years, she found someone else and they got engaged 2 weeks after? It's not her fault. But what I think is that the person she got engaged, I think it was probably her friend. Someone, I think it was a guy that she put in the friend zone, and, you know, he was just watching her from that zone, like, you know, I'm seeing you. And then when he had the opportunity, boom, he jumped like rabbit, like, you know, hello, marry me. And that was it. Ow. But yeah, so, yeah, what I'm trying to say is, find someone that is on your own same level. Someone that you guys have the same goal, the same end goal, and want the same things. You cannot be with someone that does not want the same things as you and expect that relationship to go wonderfully well. Don't get me wrong, someone that does want the same things as you, things will not go perfectly, but it will be much easier. If you're a Christian, you're going out with a Christian guy, both of you are after Christ and you're both working that way, trust me, it'll work. Even if you're two unbelievers and you're together, it'll work because you're both on the same level. Like, you both know what you want. If you're both virgins and you want to be virgins until you get married, it'll work. But you can't take someone from different parts and say, okay, here, let this work. Because both of those people have two different mindsets, two different beliefs, two different thought processes. So it can't, like, it won't work. It'll just be very difficult. So yeah, I'm just, might be rambling, but I'm trying to, you know, throw some words of advice out there to young ladies, because it seems now a lot of people are going through heartbreak and a lot of girls feel like they don't amount to anything, which is ridiculous because you amount to something, a lot. But you just need to give yourself space and time. And I think the funny thing is, when you're not searching, that's when the person that is for you will come and find you. It's when you're searching that you won't find it though. It's like, you know, when you, what is yours will come to you. You know? So yeah, just have faith, man. It's as well. Like I was saying, I was watching some YouTube channels. I really like, is it Brenny Lee? I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, but yeah, she's amazing as well. So yeah, it's well, guys. Just have hope and have faith, and find someone that is on the same level as you. And the only way to find this is to communicate with this person before you get into the relationship. Communication is key. Put all your cards on the table in the beginning. Tell that person what you want. And then if that person is saying, I don't want this, I'm not sure about this, please take your cards, find your square roots, and move on. Don't stay there hoping that eventually. No, do not. Move. Take your cards, move. Before you get too invested into it and then you're... So yeah, that's it, guys. Not much from me this week. But yeah, I don't know why I'm in a happy mood. I don't know why, but yeah. Yeah, thanks for watching. See y'all next week with Real Talk with P. Bye.
Baby girl, everybody can you imagine that? Sexy,